Welcome back to Travel with Emma Rose. Today I'm going to be talking to you about what apps I use to book my hostel with. Now there's actually really only three that I use and one that I actually use most of the time, if not all of the time. And I'm going to dive into why I choose those apps or chose those apps and why the one I use way more than the other two. So let's get into it. All right, first off, my hair is a bit of a mess today, so we're just kind of rolling with it. Anywho, so let's get started. My number three for what I choose to book for travel destination places to stay is called Agoda. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I don't really use it for hostels, but I do use it more for homestays and for hotels. Now the one thing I find with Agoda that I do like is that it does have some major discounts sometimes, and if you look maybe a couple days in advance, you can find some really great things that a nicer place might be normally, let's say, $15 a night, and it's on sale for $7, but a lot of times it won't include that all-included breakfast. So make sure you're looking at that if you want that. Now, the one thing I do have to say that I don't like about this app is that there's always like, this is the price, and then you go to check out, and then there's like another charge, and it's like, what the hell? So that's one thing I think you always have to look at when you're looking at this app. Although there's a massive sale, if you go and you click on it and you do it for your amount of days, double check because your price is going to go up. I'm not exactly sure what that surcharge or whatever it is, but that thing does piss me off because I'll be like, oh, I'm getting such a great deal, and then it still charges me, and I'm like, yeah, no. Okay, so the second one that I use is Hostel World. I think it's a fairly well-known app, and I think a lot of younger people use it, and it is great for that. And the prices really are more or less the same as if you were just to walk into the hostel and book it. The only thing I actually really don't like about this app is that it also does another service charge, like where you have to pay like quote unquote a deposit down. Now it's worked into the original price, so you don't have to worry about it. The problem is that it charges you only in like three currencies, and that's either the American dollar, the pound, or the euro. So for someone who's like me, a Canadian, I get charged even more, and I'm kind of like being charged with like the American dollar or the pound or the euro on my card. I also have to do that whole conversion rate. So it ends up being a bit more expensive. Now, if you are an American or European or from the UK, maybe it's not so bad for you and you're fine with this fee. But for myself personally, it kind of just isn't the best for me. Now, the other thing that I find sometimes is that certain hostels that have like great reviews, if you Google or you've chatted to people, you can only find them on Hostel World. So that's the reason why I still kind of use this app, is because for some of the things you can only use Hostel World unless you go there and book, and sometimes they're completely booked out. So Hostel World is still a great app. I kind of think it's more of like a beginner app when you're just learning how to book hostels personally, but it is still really a good one. Just remember, you're always going to have that service charge, and it's always going to be in those three currencies. So if you're not one of those three currencies, it's kind of a little shitty. Now my new favorite, and I kind of figured this out, I guess, while I was backpacking my last trip, has to be booking.com. And I know that sounds crazy, and maybe there's other ones that I don't know about it, but seriously, booking.com became my best friend for booking hostels, by the way. Prices were always great. Most of the time, the hostels included breakfast, and that has nothing really to do with booking, but there always was options that you could exclude the breakfast. So that gave you two options for prices wise. So that was awesome. Booking, you do need to have a credit card to book with. But the good thing is it doesn't charge your card. Now, certain hostels will automatically charge your card, and you need to read that beforehand. But the actual booking itself won't put any charge on your card. Most places all ask you for cash once you arrive. So that's another bonus, because then you're not having to worry about paying off your credit card while you're traveling, even though we know we're all going to use it at some point. But another really good thing that I liked about Booking is that they also find you, like for example, say you're booking for a couple people, sometimes they'll find you comparable instead of just in hostels, in hotels. So it never just compares just hostels. It also does like hostels, homestays, bed and breakfasts, and hotels. So it also has that like price range one, so you can put it like the lowest pricing in the right area, and you're wanting, you can click like includes a pool or includes breakfast, and then it'll filter those all out and then you have them. So yeah, my number one place that I book with is booking.com. Now I'm not paid by any means by Booking right now, and if I had a code, I would give you a code, but I don't have a code. But seriously, people, booking.com, probably the best place to book hostels and reasonably priced homestays and hotels. Cool, so that is my tips on the 3 apps that I use. And so it was Agoda, Hostelworld, and Booking.com, with Booking.com being my number one, although all 3 are sufficient. Just do your research while you're booking, because like I said, both Hostelworld and Agoda do charge you extra sometimes, especially when you get to the end of the booking, which can be a little bit frustrating. So I hope this helped you, and if you have any questions, feel free to message me. I am like a wizard at now like booking things online. But thanks so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you guys again. Make sure to like, share, follow, subscribe, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.